Welcome and welcome back. If you're new to the channel, my name is Kyra Siva. I am a spiritual mentor and healer, and today we are going to ask your spirit guides about your path forward with money. I'm so excited to dive into these piles. So, time for some relaxation. Before we dive into these piles, I do want to let you all know that I have opened up slots for 2024 on my personal readings. The link is in the description. I will never reach out to you, but you're always welcome to reach out to me. And I am very close to start uploading content on Patreon, so I am very excited that that will be fully open before the end of the month, and we can have fun and enjoy exploring spirituality and building community over there. So if you're interested, link is in the description box for that as well. Okay. Excuse me, I'm still getting over being a little sick. Take a deep breath in and relax. Connect with your intuition. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. And let's go ahead and dive into pile number 1. All right, welcome to your reading on your path forward with money. So I had such a good time picking these piles. One carryover from the last reading that I did about a path forward was getting the distinct message to only read the tarot cards upright. And so I've carried that over in this message as well, because it just feels right. You know, this is all about helping you move in a positive way in your path forward with money, and giving you the heads up and helping you dive into what is happening. And excuse my voice, I am still recovering a little bit from being sick, but I didn't want to wait on filming this, so here we are. All right, pile number 1. Your whole reading is about a transformation happening with your money. One of the most profound experiences I have had in my long journey of money and financial independence and abundance and all that good stuff has been healing your finances, and having transformation in your finances is just as valid, is just as important as healing any inner child wound, healing any sort of personal growth block. Previously, I'd always associated money with being very materialistic and not very spiritual, and it's been a long road. And it's been really wholesome and nurturing to realize that as you heal your finances, the practicalities, the material side of it, the emotional healing of it, that it is such an amazing way of unlocking more of your authenticity and your spiritual depth. And it is literally just another pathway to the divine. It is just another form of expression of creativity. I bring all of this up because you have, throughout your whole reading, this as your path forward of coming from a place of tough stuff. Let's be real. Like, there's been some turmoil. There's been arguments. There has been a breaking apart. Over here in the Akalanda card, the Goddess of Never Not Broken. This is one of my favorite goddess cards. So this card I pulled to represent the energy you need to take forward with you as you move through this transformational period. She is a goddess that says, everything happens for my liberation. I choose to become only more love. She is breaking apart and falling together at the same time. So this to me is just the embodiment of the transformational energy of having what you knew, the stability that you knew, the life, the foundation that you had for your money and your finances be the words coming to me, they're telling me it's blown apart. And the rubble of that, as it has fallen down, is actually starting to reform and falling into place. There has been some major upheaval in your life, and a lot of this to me would indicate that you have broken apart from your financial relationship with a partner, with somebody important to you. This gives me very love vibe readings. Like you broke up with somebody that you shared a housing unit with, like shared bills with, and you are left picking up the pieces and transforming from that. Your spirit team is here with you the whole way. They know that it's been a really, really challenging time for you, and they have sent really reassuring messages today to help you navigate this difficult experience. So we see that you've had choices on which direction you go. How are you going to rebuild? How are you, just like you would with your spiritual beliefs and you deconstruct, you have been deconstructing your financial beliefs. So what is the new foundation, and how are you building your new house on that foundation? Down here, we have a lot of nods to really being in your creative energy and owning that space. So a part of your path forward with money is to really connect with your sacral chakra, do healings, do clearings. If you love to work with crystals or herbs, or you want to go see energy healers or therapists, like whatever you want to start doing, art, you want to dance, it's really about you bringing your consciousness into that second chakra space and owning that space and filling that space up with love, with so much tremendous love. So much of money, turmoil, issues, all of that really hits home with shame and guilt and some really tough emotions to sit with and feel. And those feelings can cause blockages into how do you even move forward? How do you even take the next step when you engage with that part of you? All you feel are these really icky emotions that just drain you, right? So the invitation from your spirit guides is to rethrone yourself. As you look at the paths before you and you get into that feeling of being indecisive, the root of that indecision is in that sacral chakra, is in that part of you that questions your creativity, your capability, your ability to navigate and interact with people, to build communities, to build things, right? So that's why your spirit guides want you to come into this space and understand that root issue. And they want to reassure you that you, like this card says, you are never not broken. Like you're not broken. And you're not going to be in these circumstances always. This challenge before you has been laid before you, one, to help break, for some of you, generational trauma and karma. For others of you, it's to help you redefine your worth and to lay a stronger foundation. And to show you how capable you actually are. Sometimes you have to climb over the boulders to understand how strong you really are. So up here we see in your full moon card, in your first quarter moon card, that your commitment is being tested. And this is just a nod to say you're going in the right direction. If you feel indecisive, know that that's the shame and guilt. To overcome that, breathe in, bring your awareness down, sit in that chakra and do the healing that calls to you. Follow your heart, follow the energy with that. And some good affirmations for you in that space are, there is always enough. We see these beautiful golden colors here, right? You feel indecisive, you remember there's always enough, and that freedom is yours. Your path forward with money is one that is about abundance, it's about freedom, it's about being able to use the money to express your values in the world instead of just getting by, instead of just doggy paddling through life. It is about you fully owning how much of a powerful creator you are and how your diligent efforts, as little or as large as they are paying off, and you will get to the places that you've always dreamed of. We see this beautiful Seven of Pentacles here. She's just like happy, just out there farming her pentacles, taking care of her little pentacle trees, planting some more trees. She's got the sunlight of the divine, the sunlight of the universe. Her spirit guides, her favorite deities are all shining down. All just shining down their light to help grow. And this is a nod to the co-creation experience that you're in. You're in a big play. You're in a big dance with the divine. It will be fun at points. It can be more and more fun as you open up to understanding just the loveliness of your creative energy. A lot of times when we go through really tough stuff, I don't know if I want to use this word, but that's the word they're giving me. It feels ugly, right? We feel ugly. We feel financially ugly, like unlikable, unworthy, it's just an ugly feeling. That is so weird to use that word for this, but what they're showing me is that you're beautiful. That you have this beautiful creative energy, you have this beautiful connection to source, that your spirit guides, like they're really heavily showing me this light on her working, right? So you have the light of the divine really helping you navigate and transform this. Also down here in the Tantra card, Tantra is really about mixing energies to create one union. So as you use your visual third eye, visualizing, and your affirmations, that is tantric energy. That is taking two elements, the visual and the words, and mixing them together to make something more solid that your consciousness can put as a brick in the foundation of your house. And they really want you to lean into this. One thing that they're really showing me about your guidance cards over here is how much movement there is. There is this element of flow, of being in flow, of having shifting movement. So if you ever hit the point where you feel indecisive, that is another indicator to move your body. Just like whether it's going out for a drive, getting out, fresh air, sunshine, a walk, water, all that good stuff. It's about allowing the creative expression to flow anytime it starts to feel like it wants to constrict and get blocked up. That is the process of embodiment, and that is the process of healing that you are currently in. So good news, pile number one. Your path forward with money is one of healing. And the more that you treat it as compassionately, as sweetly, as nurturingly as you do with other parts of the healing that you undertake in your life, the better and healthier and easier the progress will be. You are just doing the same process that you would do in spiritual awakening. You are just doing the same process that you would do if you were healing any other sort of wounding or block. So it's really about sort of taking the money off the pedestal and putting it right in alignment with the rest of your healing and honoring the healing process as you would honor your regular healing process you do with your spirit guides, with the divine, with the universe. So that's really what they wanted to tell you, is just lean into those practices. Remember, there's always enough, and what you're working towards is your freedom. Even on the hard days, you're still reaching that. You can do it. So pile number one, this is so exciting for you. You have your path is full of healing, big hugs to what has been, and really be connected with your sacral chakra, because you genuinely have beautiful energy in that area, and you are a valid and powerful creator. All right, pile number one, if you like this message, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, I've got the link in the description. And I'm also going to be opening up Patreon before the end of the month. I'm very, very close to starting to upload content on there. I'm very excited about that. So if you want to build more community with me over there, you can join me on that platform. And until next time, pile number one, I hope you have a beautiful
Pile number
and blessed.
two.
This is your reading on your path forward with money. Okay, pile number 2, you definitely have a very clear message from your spirit guides and from the universe today on your path forward with money. First, we see you just have all swords cards. So your path forward with money is about really using your intellectual side to create a plan, to move forward, to be very strategic. You've come from this point of having these money issues, troubles, stuck points, kind of a conundrum of how to move forward. And those kind of points get to be so overwhelming. So your spirit guides are coming in hot today, letting you know that the way forward, your path forward with money, is all about you strategizing, really being more intellectual, looking at literally the numbers. What is the practical result? What is the practical way through this? There is this point for you, and I can see it down in your guidance cards, in your block and blessing card, and even up here in your significator card that's really about the embodiment of the energy that you need moving forward with money. You're in this tension point where you are having to dig deep to really understand and experience your self-worth. I can tell over here in your guidance card that you're one of those really sweethearted people who you want to be generous, you want to do good things, and really this path forward with money is calling you to really own your worth. There have been heartbreaks in your past, whether from childhood or your teenage years, which is weird because they're really pointing out your teenage years, or even into adulthood, where you've just had these moments that you felt so undervalued, so unappreciated, so looked over. It's like you showed somebody your value and they said, no, that's not your value. And then made you feel, I want to use the word devalued, because it's really about you experiencing this time. And maybe that was you having to take a really low paying job, or getting demoted, or getting let go, or even really just, you know, sometimes there's those employers that ask you to do a million things and they never compensate you for your time. This is really this nod to, you've had enough messages in your life telling you that you weren't worth it, so you have settled for less. And now you find yourself in a space where you're ready for more, and you know that you're worth more, and you know that there is something more out there for you. But it's like that's your little emotional hurdle to get over with your path forward with money, right? And your spirit team does want to let you know that, you see how we have the King of Swords here, and he's very contemplative, and he's looking over at adjustments are required, third quarter moon. He's sitting there contemplating, how do I make the adjustments that I need? So your path forward with money is, one, deeply valuing yourself, deeply valuing your skills and what you bring to the table. And that can look like, you know, looking up your job description on Glassdoor, Indeed, you know, other companies' websites, really shopping the market to see what does your skill set potentially earn you. Or if you're an entrepreneur, looking at your competitors, how much do they actually charge for their services? This is really about you standing up for yourself, navigating for yourself, negotiating for yourself. It is about you understanding that the more money that you have and that you have control and power over, the more better things you can do in the world. So your spirit guides really want you to understand you have immense worth. Like, enjoy that, lean into that. You are an amazing, amazing soul, and you provide a lot and you bring a lot to the table. The starfish is open to infinite possibility. So this is really about, okay, let me show this. Wow, I can barely get that out. We have this open into infinite possibilities. So what your spirit guides were showing me was the center of this really opening, like this whole blossom happening. And it just caught me up because at the same time, they're like, look here, and then look here. When you encounter this wounded part of yourself that says, I'm not valuable, your message is to know your worth. And this is going to come up in lots of sneaky ways. It's going to come up in silent ways. It's going to come up feeling uncomfortable. Like if you go out and you say, okay, I'm going to go ask for a raise this quarter. And I'm writing down all the list of things that I've done really well and that the things that I've accomplished. And when you bring that, you're like, I'm going to go talk to my boss and show them this list. And I've done like such good things. And I want to really advocate for my raise. The feelings that typically will come up is nervousness, all of the what ifs and what if I ask for this and they say no? What if I ask for this and they fire me? What if I ask for this and something bad happens? All of this is really just saying, when you go to advocate for yourself and negotiate for yourself, it's going to feel uncomfortable. And when you get that discomfort in all of the various ways it can show up, your guidance is to lean back into your self-worth and know that you deserve it. You deserve more. You can have more. There is more open for you. So you're going to be holding this energy. And as you hold this energy, you can also hold the energy of infinite possibilities. And it's so fascinating to me that this star, although this is the animal starfish, what it's really showing me is like this very multidimensional opening cosmic center. It's like the Nadu Bindu. It's the center point of creation, and that center point of creation is coming out of you. So bring your consciousness down into your solar plexus, down into your sacral chakra, down into your belly button, and really imagine the center point of your being opening up to these infinite possibilities and embracing the other potential outcomes that aren't just based around the fear that's been holding you back. And it's interesting that we have this very emotional part of the reading because the rest of your reading is very much logical. What do the numbers say on the paper? Okay, say you go out and shop your job out on the market. You see that 10 companies would pay you $75,000, 3 companies would pay you $85,000, and 3 companies would pay you $65,000, all for the same skill sets. So that's a very practical way of looking at the actual numbers and then using those numbers to say, okay, I'm going to go and ask for $80,000 for my annual rate, for my annual salary. That's the kind of idea and concept, right? It's like manage your emotional part, but then the rest of it just really has to be this very practical, step by step. What does the number say? What is my debt pay down strategy? What is my spending plan strategy? What is my investing strategy? What is my retirement strategy? Like, it's very practical, and it's really using your intellect. And I will just say, you are crowned. You have the intellect. Look at how big these swords are. You have a lot of intellect. You are already crowned. Like, you already get how to do this. So don't feel intimidated by having to just look at the numbers. You're already naturally talented and gifted at that. And if you've never felt that way about yourself, just know that the universe is confirming for you that that's actually a truth about you. And they're also showing, I've never noticed this up here in this card, but there are these balanced points. So your spirit guide is telling you, you have a very balanced way of approaching issues. Lean into that. Now over here, like I was saying, this is your significator card, just to say, what is the energy that you need to really bring forward into your next path forward with money? And that is Dakini, the enlightened feminine. My gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition to guide me. This is this other nod. Look how refined she is. She's straight. Her posture is straight. Her movements are very sharp, right? She is listening to herself. So your spirit guides are just they're hammering home. You know the path forward. You know what that looks like written down, either handwritten or on a spreadsheet, or however it is that you like to organize your numbers. You know how to do that. And in the process of doing that, you need to really lean into trusting yourself. You've gotten like this beautiful message of, yeah, you're completely a badass when it comes to intellectually thinking about things, and this really strong significator card of you need to trust yourself. Trust that you are this amazing. Trust that these issues that you have hit this conundrum with actually do have a practical way through, and you are smart enough and intelligent enough to put the numbers on paper and see what makes sense. And all of that in its entirety too offers you this ability to be really generous. So there is a nod in here to, in your plan, also include some level of donating your money. And that could look like $10. That could look like $100. Just find the cause that speaks to your heart, find the cause that looks good, and build it into your equation. Build it into your system as your standard operating procedure. Like it's good. It'll help alleviate, just like when energy gets stuck, it helps that money come back around. And honestly, there's a lot of magic in helping people and contributing and doing something that's literally just from the goodness of your heart. And it's good to have that dollar amount, no matter how small or how large that is. It's all about building that habit of incorporating it in there. Okay, pile number 2. This is what I have for you. I hope you like this reading, and don't forget to click the like and subscribe. I think there's a little emoji that is $1 with like little wing signs. So either leave me some dollars in the comments below if you made it this far. I would love to see that from you. And if you are interested in a personal reading, I offer those. The link is in the description, and I am very close to starting to upload content on my Patreon page. I'm so excited to be able to release that before the end of the month and start building community with you all over there. And until next time, pile number 2, I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day. Pile number 3. All right, this is your reading on your path forward with money. Welcome, pile number 3. All right, let's dive in here. Your whole reading has such a womanly vibe to it. There is definitely you yourself, or really your spirit guides, or like the energy behind this reading is very motherly, very unconditionally loving, very nurturing. It's like your spirit guide is either a female or you yourself are. There is so much of that nurturing, caring, caregiving, caretaking energy here. So how does this relate to your path forward with money? We see up here in your tarot cards this story that you have had to overcome a lot of challenges, and you've put a ton of work into overcoming these financial hardships and the financial challenges that you have faced. And a lot of that battling and fighting, you got your resiliency and your strength and your determination from wanting to protect and take care of the people that you love. It's come from this just like, you see how she looks here, this beautiful space in your heart where you love the people in your life so deeply and so passionately, and so much with that like mama bear energy. And if you're not a woman, it's okay. You still got mama bear energy. You've got a lot of a strong woman nurturing energy about you. And it really doesn't matter what gender you are for that. It's very present. So you've taken all these steps. You have just climbed the mountain, and you've climbed and you've climbed and you've climbed. And honestly, at this point in your journey, you're like, I don't see the end in sight, and I'm really tired, and I can't give up because I have too much to lose if I do. And so you've been able to maintain just this incredible level of inspiration, and everybody has good days and they have bad days. So your spirit guides are saying that your path forward with money is, first of all, to know that actually your money is protected. Really good things are coming out of it, and the work you have done is actually paying off. So whether that is paying down your debt or managing your finances healthier, or whatever it is, whatever actions you have taken to better your money path, it has worked, and you are going to see those results very soon. The other thing that your spirit guides really want you to know, there's so much of this Cancerian energy, is that you're protected. Not only are you protecting the people you love and care about, your finances are protected, your family is protected, the people you care about, including yourself, is protected. There is an area that they want you to really focus on and look at in terms of helping you move forward on your path with money. And one of them is actually your inner child. Both of these cards, they're a underlying meaning that's in both of them is really about codependency and over nurturing people, and wanting to be the mom. You're over momming people, right? You're over caregiving for people in your life, and that can look like you sacrificing your own financial health for the well-being of somebody that you love. Of course, take everything with a grain of salt and do what is best for you and the people you care about. But there is this nod to go to your inner child and see how you can protect and take care of your inner child. Doing that kind of emotional work has very practical, tangible results, because ultimately money is expression. Money is an expression of us, and we have a very complicated, often just wild relationship with it, because the societies that we grow up in and the relationship we have to money is often very convoluted and layered. So your spirit guides want you, one, to prioritize yourself and make sure that if you are being generous and taking care of other people, make sure that you are also making sure that your mask, your oxygen mask, is on yourself, that you're not doing things in a way that's so detrimental to you that it's going to have a larger negative impact than what you really need or deserve. And the part that needs that from you is your inner child. Your inner child, it's so funny to say this, your inner child needs you to protect it from the goodness in your heart where you want to go out and help all these other people. The other thing so there's sort of this emotional issue that we, can have a resolution. You just look inside, help that inner child out, and heal that part of yourself with valuing and protecting yourself, your money, your emotional space, your time, your resources, your work. And at the same time, doing that's ultimately going to lead to a lot more space, energy, a lot more money can flow in. Just the balance of things can happen a lot more. We see over here in Rabbit Spirit, now is a lucky time, and Owl Spirit, you see clearly, these are your guidance cards. So your guidance is to actually, and I love the colors on these. When I flip these over, I'm like, eat this up all day. You just have this whole beautiful green, purple, blue scheme going on. And then we have this gorgeous accent of orange in here. Love it. So you are already somebody that has a ton of wisdom, and that you actually know how to navigate these really tricky circumstances And it's something that you've done for a long time. And they are showing me the crowns on these. Even look, sort of the posture of these two cards is the same. We have this white, we have this crown, we have this sort of gentleness that comes from this. So they're just showing me like how soft these feathers look. Like you are such a sweet, kind, gentle human being, and you have figured out how to do a lot of really incredible things in the world. And you do know actually how to navigate this part of life and how to think about everybody's needs, including your own. So trust that everything that you've done up to this point is paying off. You are going to see the payoff of it, and keep going because you have been taking the right actions, and now luck is on your side, which is so nice. Over here we have the cosmic egg, the divine feminine. This is your significator card of what is the energy that you need to carry forward as you move forward with money. And this is the energy of I hold the universe within me. I am a force of ever expanding love. In the context of your reading, what they're really showing me is this is all about you really connecting to everything that is beautiful and wonderful about being a feminine human being. So that is that ability to receive. That is that ability to think about the people in your community. That is the ability to enjoy the softness of life. They're just showing me like really soft, like your skin is soft, the luxuriousness around you that you can create around you, and the confidence that comes with just holding an incredible amount of creative energy. They want to remind you that you are the creator. You are the source. You have this, they're showing me like golden energy just pouring out of you. That is your creative energy. It is just this golden energy to pour out of you. So your path through with this is to take that energy as you move forward. And every time that you feel like things aren't going well or you're tired, just tap into that energy and remember that you have everything that you need. That soul light, that synchronicities, those intentions, all of that is pouring out of you, and you have the really incredible cosmic ability of being able to take these ideas and intentions and move them into creation through your hands, move them into creation through your words, through your actions, and actually really ground those ethereal things like intentions and ideas into very manifested reality, which is so cool. Okay, pile number 3. This is what your message is for your path forward in money. If you like this reading, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe, and I would love it if you leave me an emoji below. Leave me a sunshine emoji. That would be beautiful. I would like to see this because you guys are definitely rays of sunshine. And if you're interested in a personal reading, the link is in the description. And I am very close to uploading Patreon content. I am so excited to be sharing and building community and space over with you there. So as soon as that is up, I will let you know. And until next time, pile number 3, I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day.